screaming, asking to come up. It's up to you, sister.
Hey guys.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, it's just really a question for yourself, I think, Rita. Are you the one running this? Yeah, so you left Islam and now you for Jesus Christ. Can I ask you a question? Because I don't see a lot of people leaving
She
Islam.
never left Islam. She was.
You
born
don't see a lot of
Christian.
people leaving Islam. How about the 6 million in Africa alone, in the middle of Africa?
I'm
How
actually a
about
Christian.
no, just
I'm a
one minute, just
Christian.
one minute, just one minute.
You're jumping
How
the gun
about
on
the 4.5 million leaving from every part of North Africa? How about in the Middle East, millions upon millions leaving Islam every single year?
Hallelujah.
How about 2 million people leaving Islam in Iran? How about more than 5 million people leaving in Pakistan?
Really?
How about 20 million altogether from Somalia all the way to the west coast of Africa, to the Ivory Coast? How about those?
Well,
You don't see many people? How many people do you see?
No, I'm not Muslim. I'm Christian, by the way.
So then what do you mean you don't see how many?
No.
So
Okay,
you as a Christian, what do you mean?
Rita,
What do you do?
Please allow me. You're not allowing me to finish. Jesus.
It's very annoying though. If you're a
It's not
Christian, you should know
annoying.
better.
Simple
Don't
question,
tell
Rita.
her. Listen. This is her
It's
house.
okay.
Okay,
This is
so
her
the
house.
question
You're not
was.
gonna tell her how she
Yeah, the
wants to
question was.
behave. You
Actually,
understand?
It's fine. Ask your question, Vostex.
Okay,
But
so
understand what
yeah.
you said was wrong. You said you didn't see many people leaving
No, I
Islam.
haven't.
They are leaving
Now
in
you've explained it.
droves.
Thank you. I didn't.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so the question is, you left Islam when?
When I was in Saudi Arabia.
Okay, so obviously, can I ask, have you had a lot of hate since leaving Islam? And also,
Oh wow. I get hate every single day. They
Really?
ask to find me every single day. I change my phone numbers every single day. I change my location every single 2 weeks. Yes.
wow, I'm sorry to hear that, but so the question is really like, my main question is, the reason Islam was growing so much, is it because it's a religion where you're not allowed to leave?
No. The reason why people are leaving Islam is because it's a cult of Satan. And there is no godliness, no holiness to it. It is a religion, not a religion, it's a cult.
You've got
It is a cult of Satan.
Wow, really?
Yes, it's a cult of Satan. A cult of death, decimation,
faith- what
destruction,
faith is here?
annihilation,
What faith is here?
and
What faith is
depravity.
here, Dad?
Depravity of the worst kind that
What
you've never
faith is here?
known.
Can I
And
ask what
you
some
pray
of the
to
stuff
God.
you-
Pray to God. You never know the level of depravity that is in this cult of Satan.
Can I ask what some of the stuff you like dislike
I have-
about Islam?
I was some of the things that I dislike.
Yeah.
Everything.
Really? So why did you become a Muslim?
What do you mean? Why did I become? I'm a Saudi Arabian. What do you mean?
All right, sorry, my apologies. Okay. So it was just part of it.
Look, you don't know the sister all too well.
It would be nice. It would be nice if you actually started at the very basics. You know, you make sweeping statements and overgeneralizations from the get go. You said you don't see many Muslims leaving Islam. That's not true. Millions upon millions. In fact, to the tune
No, it's
of
not that it's not true. I
2
just
billion
didn't know the
people.
answer. Ria, I didn't know the answer. It was just a genuine question.
Okay, that's fine. But let me educate you. Okay.
Okay, I'm
Had Islam been expanding at the rate that it wants to, it would have been the opposite case. We wouldn't have 3.5 or so billion Christians. Okay.
Yeah.
And we would instead have less than that. We would have 1 billion Christians and 3.5 Muslims. Do you understand? 3.5 billion Muslims.
Okay.
But that's not the case. The reason is because they're leaving in droves, and most of them are in silence.
So what is the reason why they're so leaving so much now?
Because it's a cult of Satan.
No, but now you're saying they're leaving in droves. What's the reason now they're all leaving?
They're leaving now because they're educated now.
Right, okay.
They're receiving the information they were deprived of.
Okay.
What we do, just so you know, is called polemics. We teach them about Islam. We show them the facts. We teach them about their Quran, the meanings of their Quran from the tafasir. We also show them the ahadith, which is the biographical sayings, narrations of what Muhammad said and his cult of Satan did say back in those times. And then we also have the reasons of revelations. We provide those contextual information, and they get to see it for themselves, and they leave. They have no reason other than to leave.
Sister Rita, can I just ask you one special favor? In the comments, there's I got texted by the sister, Princess of Orthodoxy. Can you mute what's it called?
I'm not even
right
paying
here?
attention. I don't know. Where are my mods? Mods, you here? Mods.
Exotic fruit true. Can one of your mods mute that account because he's attacking the sister in the comments a lot, and the sister just texted me in WhatsApp asking me, and I had just had to go back and scroll through their comments, and yeah, can one of the mods or yourself, sister, mute exotic?
Rita, sorry, pardon me for.
I don't
Thank
see.
Rita, pardon me for
Thank
like
you.
not knowing.
No, it's fine. I'll just 1 second. Buzz, just 1 second.
Okay.
I don't see who this guy is. What's his name?
Got
my
him.
mods?
Amelia, thank you, sister in Christ. Thank you.
Oh,
She
she
was
found
attacking
him?
the sister, and yeah, she found him. She got
Got
yeah, she wrote in the
him.
comments. She got
Emilia
him.
is a sniper, you know.
Thank you,
so-
sister.
She's my secret weapon.
Thank you. Thank you,
So,
sister. There you go, Princess
Buzz
of
Tex.
Orthodoxy. Our
Oh,
sister
sorry.
in Christ.
Yeah, I
Thank
like
you.
to say,
Amen.
look,
Sorry,
I'm-
sister.
Yeah,
Rita.
just 1 second, please. Just let Prince finish.
Sorry, Sister Rita, I had to cut him because he was bullying and attacking the sister a fair bit. So
No way. He was attacking Princess of Orthodoxy?
Yes.
What the hell?
very
I didn't
sister
even
that
see
was
her.
talking about before.
What?
I didn't see it either. She wrote to me on WhatsApp and told me, and she wrote, "Look at the comments." She took a screenshot, and I love you too, Sister Princess. And I had to scroll back, and I thought,
Oh,
no,
Princess,
no,
there
no.
you are. Sorry about that.
Yeah. No. It's not your fault. It's
Nobody
just
attacks
whoever
my
that
family
is.
and gets away with it. Nobody.
Yeah, she's done nothing wrong. And last night that was her live that Coptic was in, her live, and she was giggling and laughing and everything, and he was saying whatever he wanted to say, and you know she's an amazing sister.
Yeah, I know.
She loves
I know her.
Coptics.
I love her.
She
Sorry, my
loves
battery's
him.
going to
She-
die soon. I just wanted to ask a question if that's
Okay,
okay.
Buzz Tex, go ahead. Sorry.
So obviously,
Yeah, go
look,
ahead.
the only reason I say I don't see a lot of people leaving Islam is because maybe I'm not seeing it like on social media. You know, I don't really.
Okay,
understand.
yeah, because we are silenced a lot. Also, can I ask you something? Are you a Christian yourself?
Well, look, I'm probably
Agnostic.
look.
Atheist?
I've had the whole. No. I'm a Christian, but like I've had the whole Holy Communion. I've had a christening. I've had confirmation. I grew up in the
Catholic
school.
Church?
Yeah, Catholic church.
Oh,
but-
okay. So then you've been Catholic. Okay.
Yeah, Catholic. Yeah. So obviously, I've started to learn more about the religion, but like as I'm, as all that stuff went on with the riots and stuff, and you're seeing a lot of destruction going on, it started to become like a religious little war going on. You had the Muslims who were now going after the far right or whatever, all this kind of. So I kind of took it upon myself to understand a little bit where their point was. I never really grasped it. It was kind of very. Everyone was angry. Everyone was, like, I don't know, man. They was just all aggressive. And as I looked into it, I kind of fell back into Christianity a little bit more and reading and watching.
You should immerse yourself, sir, not just fall back into it.
Yeah, well, yeah. So I just felt like, and please forgive me if there's any Muslims in there, but I just feel like Islam's a very
Don't say the look. There's a reason why I don't use the name. Okay, primarily because they're here. And it's going to be affecting my life. So let's not say anything about them. Can we just move on?
No,
past
it's
them
not. It's not.
to
I'm
you?
not saying anything bad, but it felt like there was a lot of suppression. It was only still until.
Oh, there is.
Yeah,
you live
yeah.
in
And
Britain,
that's the
right? From
point.
your accent, you're British.
I'm
Are you
British,
British?
yeah.
Okay. So
And
then
as
your
a-
country, sadly for you, and thank God I don't live there. I do feel sorry for the fact that your government is actively suppressing Christians, arresting them on the streets, persecuting them, destroying their lives and reputations, and making sure that they have criminal records and whatnot. So your country is a satanic nation led by satanic people, and your government is going downhill really, really quick because they are basically supporting the cult of Satan and not the Christians who've been building the country.
Yeah,
Who've
exactly.
been there from the very beginning. They're not even supporting you as an indigenous
I
white
agree,
human
yeah.
being.
and that's why I am coming with like questions. So I'm sorry if I sound like
No, you're not offending me. Sorry. I just wanted to make sure that you understand that
when it
we
comes
are
to-
the way we are for a reason. Okay?
a lot of people who have grown up in the Catholic school or Christians or whatever, we're all a little bit scared because not scared as such like that, but more like our identity is being deleted, our history is being removed.
Well, then why don't you, as the British people, because you are the majority, okay? 4 million people or 6 million people, I don't know how many they are. I think I forget the numbers because I'm so confused. I mean, by the statistics, I think it's 6 million Muslims right now.
Okay.
How do they get to control the majority vote in your country when you are upwards of 60 to 65 million people?
That's the question, isn't it? I mean,
So then you need to go ask the right questions, and you need to band together. If it were my country, it would be over my dead body that I would let Tommy
What country are
Robinson
you
rot
from,
in
Leah?
prison, that I would allow any court of justice to do what they're doing to the Christians in the country, to the preachers, to the church. I don't care what denomination they are. I don't care. Listen, I commend all of the people who are out there doing this work, which is, I mean, where I live, it's almost dangerous to do. Okay? But if I were living somewhere, free, if I were able to live somewhere that is, where freedom is, of utmost importance, and it's upheld the way that it is in your country, I would take advantage of it, and I would use every type of resource that I've had, whether it's
the more you start pressuring, the more they put you in prison. Look at Keir Starmer.
So then there are more of you. Are they going to put 65 million people in prison?
Well, they don't have to. They only have to take the voice away. Look what done to Tom Robinson.
So then you have to band together. You see, this is a problem with you people. You've all gone soft. You're all soft. You are so soft. It's unbelievable.
You're right. You're absolutely right. And you know what? Tommy Robinson is obviously in prison now for speaking out.
It's not just Tommy Robinson. What about that elderly man who died of shame in prison, all for sticking up for his country?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, he's a Brit, and I wish I was British. I wish I would stand up for you. I would go to battle for you. I mean, not just for you, for the entire nation. And I would make sure the cult of Satan learned its lesson the first time around. You are 65 million people, atheists and Christians. And you should be banding together, and you should be doing something about this creep called Keir Starmer. Nobody likes him. Nobody. Not even the Saudi Arabian government.
No, Muslims don't like him.
No, they love him. Oh no, they love him. They love him.
Do you reckon?
They're crony.
I mean, the way they wrap it on with themselves.
He's in their pockets. You better start auditing your government officials. Audit them. Figure out exactly where the money comes from.
Yeah.
Audit them. Audit the living daylights out of their bank accounts.
One thing I'll take from this conversation is what you've said when you've said a lot of people are leaving Islam and turning to Christianity. I can only hope.
Yes, they are.
I hope that is true, and I know you're not going to lie. I appreciate that.
Well, in Britain, do you know how many British people call me? And most of them are Muslim.
Wow, really?
Most of them are Muslim. They all have my Discord, and they all call me, and they go, you know what? We don't want to be in this cult anymore. But our parents are so and so. Our society is so and so, and they're scared to leave. Because guess what?
So can I read it? For any Muslims out there who wanted to leave, like what's the steps you took?
What do you mean? What are the steps? I just left. What do you mean? You don't stay in a cult of Satan.
You say you just left, but like say the repercussion. I mean, you've got a lot of hate. You've had a lot of death threats. I assume.
Of course, but this is only from the wacky side of the Muslims. Who knows? Like nobody else. Like in my real life, of course, they know that my mother is Christian. They know that I'm Christian. Therefore, they can't really just come out of the woodworks. And right now, Saudi Arabians are much more accepting of me than they ever were before. In fact, I am an anomaly to them. They are interested about me. They are, curious, and they come to me, and then they ask me about things. And guess what? We are evangelizers in my entire family on my mother's side. And so my mother was always working very closely with the Saudis in order to start the process by which they would leave the cult of Satan.
Well,
and she was very successful at it too.
I ain't gonna lie, and it's refreshing to hear before.
I'm not doing anything. I'm telling you. I'm just opening my mouth. And sound is coming out.
Yeah, well, what you've done is reassured me that, because obviously our country, you know what's going on here.
Jesus Christ is king of the United Kingdom. Nobody is taking over that nation. No one is taking over the European Union. And you guys better band together. You all better.
Yeah.
And you better do it as peacefully as possible. And make sure that the government, they used to run into parliament in the 80s and 70s when Margaret Thatcher used to be the prime minister. Mm-hmm. They ran into parliament, all those people, and they demanded that change happen. And guess what? It happened.
Yeah. Like you say, this country's gone soft, and I'm probably guilty of it as well, because, like you say, we just we're so, like I say, understanding in the way.
God bless you too, sunshine.
Yeah, we're so. But listen, Rita, it's a thank you, and I appreciate. I'm sorry I've not come with any knowledge or anything. It's just
No, it's fine. It's fine. And
you've given me some good
you've
things.
been very helpful, and I hope that all the British people that get to hear your voice and get to hear firsthand that Islam is not taking over. It will not. It will
And that's
not
coming from
over
somebody
our
who's part
dead
of Islam. How long
bodies.
was you a part of Islam? Sorry, Rita.
I was born into it.
Yeah, so how long, like, until you realised, like, it was
Well, 7.
7 years?
7 years.
Was it
I was
the worst?
7 years old when I read that filthy book, and I knew categorically that it was Satan's work.
Oh,
It was Satan's handiwork. I'm not even kidding. You have to
really
read
that
it in
bad?
the Arabic to understand it in the Arabic.
what's the worst part,
English-
right, Rita? Can you give me one thing? What's just like,
Name everything that is detestable before the sight of God, and you know what I mean by everything. Okay, talk about child, child. Okay, that. Talk about prostitution, allowed. Talk about fornication, adultery for men, allowed. For women, unaliving by stoning, by chopping off head.
wow.
It is literally the handiwork of Satan. Okay? Yes, racism too. Racism too, absolutely. You name every detestable work that has ever been done in the world. I promise you, Christianity has been plagued by this cult of Satan. That's why some people decided that racism was good, because this cult of Satan taught them that it was good.
See,
And then it contaminated Christendom. And now we're trying to clean it up. And they don't want us to clean it up, because look what they did to the Middle East. Did you see what happened to Syria just yesterday?
no.
Day before yesterday? Oh, go online right now and check Syria. Syria used to be beautiful. It was heaven on earth. We went there like 4 or 5, 6 times, I don't know, in my lifetime. And every time I went there, I was falling madly in love with the people, falling madly in love with its culture, with its traditions, with its history. It was everything that a country should be. Today, it's rubble. Today, it has no president. The president fled with his entire family. Today, it's a garbage nation filled with murderous mercenaries.
Wow. Well, Rita, please keep doing your thing. I've followed you anyway, and it's really refreshing.
Hey, awesome. Cool.
Thank you so much, Rita. Honestly, we appreciate
Stay in
it.
touch. Thank you so much,
Listen,
Dr.
I'm very new to all this, and I think listening to you, it definitely gives me some kind of hope. If you just reassure me again, so all these people leaving Islam, tell me.
Look, just this year alone, okay, more than 10 million people will be coming to Christ. Just this year alone. Last year, it was just the same number. And in your country, by the way, 550 mosques were shut down?
Yeah, really? I didn't know.
Yes, because they can't afford to keep them open. Okay? And by the way,
Our
the
churches
buying
are
of
as
churches,
well, that's a
the
problem.
buying, let me explain something. The buying of churches and the selling of churches in the United Kingdom is literally money laundering.
Sorry.
Okay, the cult of Satan is using it to launder money, and right under the noses of your government. Why? Because it's money that will not be taxed. It's money they can't touch them. Do you understand? So then they invest all their money into the mosque, and what do? They use the mosque as a front.
Yeah.
Okay, so educate your people.
Yeah,
Talk to your family. Talk to your
How do they get away
friends.
with converting churches into mosques? How do they get away with that?
Because the cult of Satan has also, by the way, I say this, with all love and respect to the indigenous people of the United Kingdom. Guys, why the hell are you selling your churches? I mean, even if you are the heretical Church of England, I mean, shame on you. Shame on you for loving money more than God. Shame on you.
Here in
Shame
Australia,
on
we
you.
bought them.
Can I ask this
in
as well? Do you
Australia,
think-
all
do you think the
Orthodox,
religion
we
needs to-
We bought all of the Catholic churches.
Do you think the churches need to? So I'll say this, but it needs to be a little bit more updated to a little bit more so the younger generation.
No, they need to preach the word of God as is. I'm 31. I started reading the Bible when I was literally when I was 7, 8, 9.
But like, I just think, look,
It is beautiful the way that it is. It doesn't need any updating.
Well,
We're not here to entertain them. This is the word of God. They
no,
need
I
to
know,
be
but I
immersed in
think to
it.
get the youth on side.
Do you know how the cult of Satan is doing it?
How?
Because they're love bombing your children right before your very eyes. Your daughters, they're love starved. They're attention starved. So what do? Instead of daddy giving her the attention, she gets the sick type of attention from the cult of Satan. And those cult of Satan don't intend on marrying her or making her a wife. They intend on making her their concubine. Okay? And for your sons, they intend on making them their own mercenaries, like the Janissaries of Turkey. Okay? They're taking your children and indoctrinating them because you don't want to do the work, which is supposedly, I don't know why it's hard, but you don't want to do it. So somebody else is doing it for you.
Scary
Hi,
thought.
Ruby.
Scary
I
thought.
don't know who you are, but okay, fine, come up.
Ria, thank you.
You're
I really
welcome,
appreciate it.
Bastet.
I'm definitely back. I'll
Listen,
probably get-
if you've got friends, look, it's not just me. I've got lots of friends who are atheists. Okay, Razan is like my second. I guess you could call her my spiritual twin. Me and her, we sound alike. We talk alike. We are committed to the same thing. She's atheist. Okay, agnostic. Okay, I wouldn't even call her an atheist. She's agnostic atheist. I am an extremist Christian. Okay, so understand, me and her, we have the very same mandate, which is to annihilate and destroy and turn to dust this entire cult of Satan. We don't want them. We don't want them to do to the United Kingdom or the European Union what they've done in the Middle East. We don't even allow it in Saudi Arabia. Did you ever see Saudi Arabia? I want you to go online and check Saudi Arabia out. It is better than the entirety of Europe and America, wherever you go. It's better. You know why it's better? Because we don't allow, we have zero tolerance policy for any form of violence.
Yeah.
Our land is ours. Nobody tells us how to run it. And the shaming thing that they've got going on, telling you that you're racist if you don't accept them, to hell with that. Okay? You deserve to have a nation that is all white. And if anyone of color comes to your country, they should abide by your traditions. They should love it. When I was a kid, when I was coming over to the United Kingdom, I loved it because it was quintessentially your tradition, your culture, your history that I wanted to know. It wasn't something that I didn't want to see my culture immersed in yours. Why should you have to bend over backwards to please me? When I come to you with my money, yes, of course, I come over, I become a patron. And of course, I can, have business with you. I can have a dinner with you. I can sit with you and we can talk and whatnot. But I cannot change what your culture is, your tradition, your history. I cannot. That should not be allowed. I should not be allowed to buy your church. The churches should be protected places. You best believe that if you tried to buy a mosque, they'd go crazy.
Well, they would, yeah. Regards,
They would go crazy if you tried to buy a mosque.
What's the biggest religion in the world right now?
Christianity. Thank God. Hallelujah. Amen.
By a landslide or what?
By what?
Like by a mile or what's the stats on that?
Listen to me, by 1 billion miles.
Really?
3.5 billion. What? Check. We don't even count ourselves anymore. Christianity is always ever growing. Our God is faithful. His word never fails. And when he says this church shall remain standing, nothing will destroy it, he meant it, and his word is true.
I just, going back to when the riots and that's went on, and I like I said, delved into trying to understand why all these Muslims are so angry. I sat there and I thought, you know what, I just felt so suppressed, just listened to it, and then you know what I did?
But that's what they want you to feel.
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, it was the worst few.
Don't call them out, by the way, please. Don't do that. Don't call them out.
You know what I did? I went over to, after listening to all this, like how everyone's so angry, just none of them were happy at all. And I went over to YouTube and I typed in Christian music and I saw, God, I was happy. I felt relieved. I just felt unbelievably relieved. Like all the country music, all the happy, like Catholic and Christian music, it just felt joyful. It felt happy. I felt this is what a religion's about, not this suppression, like, you know what I mean? Everyone angry, everyone wants violence. It's like, it was the worst time. Honestly, it really were. And then, I listened to the Christian music. I just felt joyful again. I felt happy again,
Yeah. Well, look, you've got every reason to celebrate. You've got every reason to have hope because Jesus Christ is our God, our Lord, our Savior, our Master, our King, and our God Almighty. He has never abandoned us. We are still strong. Okay? Our churches are still standing. Nothing is happening in our country that is happening in the Middle East. Look at the Middle East and see for yourself. Everything over there is being turned into rubble. And nothing from the cult of Satan has ever remained standing. They've never built anything with themselves. They've never built anything. Show me one historical thing that they've built. The Hindus have built. The Chinese have built. The Christians have built. The Jews have built. The Buddhists have built. But what have these cult of Satan ever built? They've never built anything. So rejoice in that. Know that everything that you have in your country is still standing. Everything that you have in your country, you can still take back. Don't allow the cult of Satan to take control or to instill fear in you.
Why do you think the king's pandering to it then, like you said the other day?
Because he's an idiot. Mushroom, come back with your other account, please. يضربون شو اسمه البث.
So yeah, I've seen that and I thought.
لا تطلع.
So okay then, Rita, you sound very knowledgeable. This is a good one, right? So do you think?
Okay, fine.
Do you think the UK will always have it? It can try and pretend like the way it's got pushing and it'll never change. You reckon? You genuinely believe it'll always be a Christian country?
Say again, sorry.
You always believe that this country, the UK, will always be a Christian country no matter what?
It is a Christian country. It will always be a Christian country. Never, ever allow them to make you think that it will change. They're only doing that because they're acting with impunity at this very second. You have to take back your country. You have to.
Hello, guys.
Hello, Mushroom. Hello, Allah. Hello, Allah.
What's going on?
Hello. Ruby, come on up.
Yes, Habibi.
Okay, Rita, I'll let you go. Thank you very much.
Nice right, thank you, Buzztex. Hey, if you've got friends, tell them to follow us. We talk about Islam all the time. So if you've got family, let them know what we talk about. We talk about Sharia law. We talk about Islam. We talk about the ramifications if this is not controlled. We talk about everything. We talk about the solutions. We talk about everything. Next time I come into the box, I've got 80,000 followers, so I can go live and it'll... Awesome. So make sure that they know about us. Tell them to add me. Tell them to add Mushroom as well. Tell them to add Prince. Tell them to add... Look, if you add us, it's very easy. We get to reach a lot more people. That's what we want to do.
Well, I'll be honest, I support this. I think this is amazing.
Right.
I'm following you.
Okay, thank you so very much, Buzztex. We love you. We appreciate you. We respect you. And thank you so much for coming up. You've really made our day. All right. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Thank you, brother.
He said that he never heard, he barely heard that Muslims left Islam. What about me? What about you? What about Mushroom?
لا مشروم ما كان مسلم أصلا.
Okay, yeah.
لا مشروم مسيحي من البداية.
You know, only the people
أنا وأنت اللي هربنا ترى. أنا وأنت اللي طلعنا منها مثل الشعرة من العجين. عرفت شلون؟
أنا وأنتي بالهوا سوا.
إيه والله من جد. أخبارك؟
مع بعض.
غيرت اسمك ما عرفتك.
لا حبيبتي.
Yeah, I know. She called herself Ruby because yesterday she was Lolly?
Dolly,
yeah. Dolly.
But Rita, where are all the Momoites at?
Oh man, ترى طول اليوم بيضربوني. طول اليوم.
No,
I'm not even kidding. TK Chalmers, give me. Make it fast.
Rita.
I love it. Okay, Lomber, come on up.
Yeah, well, I just wanted to say something to Buzz before he come down, but I think he's with us listening. You know, it's like only in USA, and I'm from the United States, and I'm one of them. 100,000 of Muslims are leaving Islam. Just to let you know, there is
millions, more 100,000.
That's a year. Millions. That's a year I'm talking about, yearly basis.
Yeah, but on a yearly basis from all the Arab world.
All of the world, yeah, of course, it's millions.
So from Africa every year, 5 million are leaving. 5 million from Africa alone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
look at Egypt now. Like after they left Islam,
every year
they became like atheists or Christians. So many of them, and I'm shocked. Like If you go to Arabic lives, you'll be shocked. Like all of those ex-Muslims are coming out and talking and uncovering the reality of Islam and teaching people about their religion and why they left
Tottenham,
Islam.
you're welcome. Thank you so very
Because
much.
that's
Come back.
the first
Come back
question they
whenever.
ask the Muslims to the atheist, why did you become atheist? And they say why the Islamic religion, it just made them to get out and without even looking back.
Yeah.
After they found out the facts and that Muhammad has no ethics, and also it's all it's not valid for any place and for any time, period.
Matthew, I'm not proud of myself. I'm proud of my Jesus Christ. Do you understand? I'm proud of the one man who's always been upright, upstanding, perfect in all of his ways. He's God Almighty. He is the one that I glory in. He is the one that I boast in.
Amen.
He is the one that I uplift always. Do you understand?
Amen.
And everything I say and do is for him, not for me. So don't come here and blah blah. Lucille Habibti, come. I love this
ريتا
woman.
كان في واحد في التعليقات يكتب بالانجليزي شرموطه شرموطه، قلت له
I know ده. لا تقولي لا تقولي الكلمة، ترى يضربون البث.
اوكي تمام.
Lucille, Lemis.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Miss Rita. Hi.
لميس اشتقت لك والله من جد، يعني وين كنت؟ اختفيتي
كثير.
ما اشوفك يعني اروح اي مكان، يعني نفس شو اسمه اللايفز اللي كنت اطلع لها كنت موجوده فيها، بس now you're not anywhere. You okay?
اوكي، بس شوي مشغولة في الشغل يعني.
No wonder.
منورة.
عاش من شافك.
تسلمي.
All right, so this team is amazing, I have to say. Me, Mushroom, Prince in the house. Ruby, Lemis, y'all. You don't know the type of people that are on this panel. Hey, why am I still at 50.1K? What's the matter with y'all? Where are the likes? Okay, we're gonna shut up now, okay? You want me to shut it down? I want that number to hit at least 80K in the next 15 minutes. Okay, TK Chalmers, you want to come back up again?
Do I stop the screen?
Yeah, and they don't want to tap, Mushroom. I don't know what to do.
Come on, man.
All right. Lomber, I did bring you up, but I don't know what happened. Hello?
I was trying to tap for you. I don't know how many I got to. I was trying.
Yeah, it's okay. So did you... Yeah, so where are you from? Who are you?
So I'm from Manchester.
Oh, a Brit. Okay, nice. I always get Brits at this hour. Like
That's weird,
around like in the nighttime. Like, what time is it where you are?
It is 2:20 in the morning.
Oh, really? It's that late? Damn. Okay.
Yeah, so I've just been on the phone to the missus then because she's at work. She works for do you know when you look after someone being a carer and stuff like that?
Oh, okay. So she works in healthcare. Okay.
So yeah, so I was just on the phone to her then. So that's why I was like just a little bit busy and I weren't tapping the screen, to be honest, for that moment. But yeah, is there anything else you'd like to ask me about myself? I don't mind asking. I'm 36, I'm male.
Okay, we can tell.
You could say that, but then you could say something else. You don't know.
We can tell you're male. But yeah, I mean, what is your contribution to the conversation we're just having? But without mentioning the cult of Satan, you know what I mean, okay?
Yeah, that's
not too many specifics, okay? Because you know what happens.
So I was speaking to some Muslims before.
Okay,
basically.
do not mention them ever again, please. Okay? Just say the M's.
The M's, yeah, is that okay?
Okay.
Okay, I was speaking to the M's before, and they said basically, because I tried to explain about a woman that I spoke to, and she was actually in a vulnerable situation. I said, all right. I said, how? And she went, I've got a daughter and she's very autistic. I said, okay. She went, yeah. She went, but she's got attached to this Pakistani guy. So I was like, okay, no worries, like whatever.
And she went, I've not got a problem with it. He's allowed in my house, this and that. It's all okay. But their family on the Pakistani side won't allow it. And I was speaking to the M's before in a group when it was a bit awful to me, but whatever. And they was like, yeah, they're not allowed to be around each other. I said, what do you mean not allowed to be around each other? Why? And then they turned it all the way around and said that boys and girls are not allowed to be around each other. Is that true, Rita? Or is it to do with the colour?
So, is she white?
She's white, yes.
I see. So yeah, the reason why they would call her, so I've got lots of Pakistani friends, especially those who've left Islam. Okay. And what they have a terminology for white people is called Gauri. Okay.
I'm listening. I was just trying to be rude.
Yeah. So, what that means is just white. Okay. They they don't see it as a good thing for their children to be mixed with the whites. Okay. So, again, it's just the way they are. It's definitely racist. But again, you also have to link that with their cult, the way they think. So to them, she would be nothing more than a concubine. You understand?
I've heard that before that.
Yeah. So that's
a racist word towards a white
no,
person.
it's not. No, it's not. It's just a fact. Okay. And I suggest to your friend or your whatever she is, she needs to back the hell off.
It's not my friend. It was someone I spoke to on here, and she was asking things,
Well,
and then
you obviously know her now. So if she told you all that, I mean, it's personal stuff. So you should tell her that she's dancing with the devil, and one day she is going to get it.
Well,
these guys are not. These guys, if they were loving, why didn't she see the women who are being burnt alive? Why didn't she actually think about the women who have been chopped up to pieces, or the women who were buried alive, or the women with their daughters who have been, sexually destroyed?
Yeah.
Like, why doesn't she look at them? They're indigenous people. These are women who are, in fact, they're natives, right? If they don't care for those women, you think they're going to care for a Gori? You think? No.
Well, this is what I tried to explain to her. I said, you need to be very careful. I said, because your daughter could be unalived, or even he could, because he's betraying his family.
Look, you can only do as much as you can, which is to advise, and then you can leave the person be and let them do whatever it is that they want to do. At the end of the day, she sounds like a grown human being. She's an adult, and when she messes around and she finds out, it's going to be the consequence of her actions.
Rita, the problem was, though, the daughter is very autistic, and she's attached to him, and they're not allowed to have children.
Yeah. The reason why she's attached to him is because the mother allowed for her to be attached to him. How is it that parents don't have any control over their children anymore? What's going on in the world where you guys just give up, forfeit your right over your children? Do you understand that even though my father never had any control over me as a person, the fact that my eyes met his, I understood my father understood me. If ever I looked at my father and I saw disappointment, it would be enough to crush my heart. Nobody was above my father. I'm a daddy's girl.
So Rita, when I was speaking in that M's group before, and they tried changing it around saying that boys and girls aren't allowed to mix even in their own religions, is that a load of rubbish?
Yeah, that's a load of rubbish. Why else are they covering them from top to bottom? Why? Why do you see them wearing the black garbage garb?
Because I thought myself, I was like, nah, that doesn't
They are not allowed. They're not allowed. And if they found you alone with their daughter, you know what would happen to you? Do you know what, worse yet, do you know what would happen to her? The two of you would disappear.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
So.
Well, thank you for that.
Hey, you guys, everyone on the panel, like, talk already. I mean,
I used to live in the United Arab Emirates, and I was going to school there. Like I had 3 teachers were all covered up, only the eyes. You don't see anything from them, only the eyes. And every time, like a subject of the Arabic subject start, or like the English subject or the Islamic subject, I wouldn't know which one is which, like who's gonna enter. I don't know which teacher is that. And they used to be very aggressive, those teachers that they had their eyes only showing, they used to be very aggressive. They used to abuse the students, like, hit them, catch them from their head and hit them
Yeah.
against the board. It was crazy. It was insane. I was like, how those women are religious and have no mercy in their heart.
They
What
don't.
kind of
لأنه
religion is that?
عائشة Muhammad's baby wife
Mm-hmm.
used to talk about torturing orphans. She would talk about it. She would talk about literally like destroying children's lives. So you have these types of people, and guess what? I mean, these are things that are very, very prevalent in the cult of Satan's world. Okay, guys, be very, very careful
Yes.
not to mention. If you want to say M's, you know what I mean. Okay, say
Yeah,
M's,
the M.
cult of
Yeah,
Satan,
so this,
cult of
like,
M.
how those teachers were covered up, like, and they come in to teach us the subject. It was really hard, like, to understand the subject and the
Of
material,
course, if
because
you're
yeah, because she's
you're supposed to
talking
be
behind the
inspired.
curtain, and like it's really scary. Like, you don't
Yeah,
know the identity of the person of
yeah,
your. The teacher should inspire you.
yeah,
But
yeah.
this type of a teacher, it just like made me hate the subject. And back then,
Of
I
course.
wasn't getting any better in English because of the type of teacher I used to have. She
Yeah,
was
yeah.
from Morocco, wearing all of this. Only her eyes are showing, and the what I saw, I will never ever forget. It was horrible because I was a child, and what I saw, it's just in my long-term memory, how she used to throw girls with their bags outside of the class without any mercy, treating them like animals.
Yeah, but that's how their religion is. So you guys, I mean, we're not making any of this up, Yani. You have to consider very carefully. Guys, we're still at 57.6K likes, Yani. You're more than 50 people in here, and you're not liking the live whatsoever. I don't know why you're all here. If you're not enjoying it, I can understand. But you're obviously here. If there are better lives, go there.
Go, guys,
Okay?
go.
But if you're going to be here, then like my
Stop this
live. I'm
thing.
not asking for too much. I don't even want your money.
Miss Rita,
Rita's life is the best life.
Rita speaks facts.
okay, Miss Rita, if you don't mind me participating.
Miss Seal,
About
we want you to participate at all times. And please stop calling me Miss Rita. Just Rita.
Okay.
Just Rita, لو سمحتي, please. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, about Western women when they have a relationship with a Muslim man. There are two types of Western women. Some Western women that I appreciate that they are able to change the personality of the Muslim man and make him more flexible and change his mind and acceptable to the Western values. And I had a friend that he used to be a religious Muslim, but he is married to a Western woman that she changed his life, and he became same as same as regular Western man. Even his daughter, she has a boyfriend, and he's having a normal Western life like any Western guy. Okay, these guys, these women I do appreciate, but there are some weak Western women, and then they become like what you said, concubine, and or they destroy themselves. And they destroy even the man that he is with.
Yeah.
She never help him to build his personality. So it depends on which woman he is dating, or he is having relation, or he is married to.
Yeah. To be honest, this reminds me of my own family. So, for those of you who've already heard my story, my father married 6 wives in total. Okay. My mother was the 5th wife. She was the youngest of all. And his other wives, none of them were related to him. He married outside of his tribe on purpose because he was a medical professional and he knew that inbreeding was a problem, and he dedicated his life to stop inbreeding from happening. So when he married my mother, she was the only one he married out of love. Like he met her, he fell in love with her madly, and she was always the love of his life. He always said that. He said that even until his dying day. So it's like Lucille just said. Fact of the matter is there are some women who come into a man's life and they change their lives in, leaving a massive mark on their lives. Okay. They change them for the better. And there are women who come in and they become, subservient. They become concubines. They become, whatever it is that the man wants to mold her into. Now, the reason why I bring this up is because I could see very clearly the difference in the way that my father would behave with my other stepmothers, because we all lived in a compound. Okay. We had our own houses, but in a massive compound. And the way he would interact with them was massively different from the way that he would interact with my mother. He was, outgoing. He was, playful. He was, outgoing. He was adventurous and stuff like that, but with anyone else out in my family, and that included the rest of my half siblings, he was traditionally Saudi Arabian, traditional in every sense of the word. And so I could see very, very clearly that even in childhood, my siblings would be jealous, would feel jealous. Okay. And my stepmothers would also harbor some strange feelings because they would feel kind of left out. They would see that, she was being treated much more, not only favorably, but out of love. So they knew to recognize those things, and they never knew those things were available. Although my father was good to every single one of his wives, my mother was always the queen. So when we see the difference, and not that my father did this on purpose, it was just culture, and culturally that was what was ingrained in him. And then later on he started changing his ways just a tad bit. And it's just a fact. It's a fact of life. It's not something that we can change unless we talk about it and unless we are open about it. Now, a lot more people in Saudi Arabia are marrying for love. They're not marrying for obligation anymore. They're not marrying their cousins anymore. They're not marrying. Inbreeding has stopped in Saudi Arabia, and that has had a massive effect on their health, their genetic pool. It's much more diverse. Therefore, there's no more, what's called, birth defects and so on and so forth. And so you see the good things that come out of that, right? And clearly there is something to be said about a culture that has evolved, that has gone outside of Islam to become better. So, Lucilia, you make a great point. Thank you so much for that. Mushroom, why are you quiet? I thought you wanted to talk, dude.
I'm reading. I'm reading this book that I got yesterday about how the Mormonites never made any treaties with the Jews.
I started reading that, by the way.
Because this is like a massive thing. Like it's Masha wa lam yathbut. So all the rumors. Did you know that that song that they sing, Tala al Badru Alayna, also has no sanad?
Really?
Yeah, it's got no chain of narration. It's a weak.
Damn, cult of Satan! You don't have no isnad for nothing. You're just making up the isnad. No isnads now. Damn, that's not cool.
Yeah, so it's pretty bad. Like it's just breaking down this religion before our eyes. And it's funny how. Like they all sing it, the whole ummah sings it. Bro, it's not even, like it has no sanad. Like,
I know.
What do you has?
No sanad.
That's what we're trying to say. Like they sheikhs and imams, what they do is that they fill their heads with rubbish, with absolute,
garbage.
Garbage that is not true. And, they start, it's kind of like monkey see, monkey do.
Mushroom, not only that, the hadith about the heaven is under the mother foot.
Of
It's not.
course.
It's not right. It's not a right one too.
Yeah, it's not
I was
sahih at
shocked when
all.
I found out.
You
Yeah.
were? We all knew this like for years now.
I didn't know that,
on Google,
until
it's
like I
there.
start making a research. Then, based upon that, after I made my research, then I left. I was like, "Ooh, holy crap!"
Yeah. Can you imagine all those people for 1,400 years? They actually believed this stuff, this garbage.
I was going to say to you as
Actually,
well.
Lumber. 1 second. Any like female is going to have a baby for the first time ever, they'll be like, "Yeah, don't worry.
I'm going to
Even
name
if
my
something
baby."
ever happened to you, heaven is under your feet."
Yeah.
That's
Imagine
what
that.
Prophet said.
Hayawan. Allah did hayawan. Instead of, no, we're going to pray for you, you'll be okay. Lala, if something happens to you after, during childbirth and you die, heaven will be under your feet. As if, and then simultaneously he says, I've seen all Muslim women and none of them are going to go to heaven. All of them, I saw all of them, the majority of them in hell. Now Allah, I thought the majority of them were mothers.
Yeah, you know what I was wondering about, guys? Why is that fact that we only know the sugar-coated codes for him, and it turns out it's all weak hadith and it's not sahih, and the bad ones that are the strong ones and have sanad, we didn't know about it before until we made the whole research. That's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane.
What was it you wanted to
Rita,
say? Yeah.
some we have a Momomite that's trying to come up as well.
Oh, I feel like, I cannot trust these Momomites. They're just.
No, it's okay.
I can drop.
I'll
drop.
No, Prince, what do you mean?
No.
I know, that's not the point. It's not that. I don't trust them is what I'm saying. I didn't say I don't have place.
Rita,
Oh.
If you want to go, that's all fine, but
Oh no! While I've been on the live about the shops, but I just thought maybe it's a Muslim or something. What do you mean you don't trust him? Who is he?
no, I don't trust any of them. You know me. See, they're not here.
trusted me. I'm glad I got a chance. Rita, I was going to say to you,
Say
what
again.
made you find Christianity though? Because
So my journey into Christianity is very different. I was born and raised in Saudi Arabia. I did not know about Christianity. I did not know about Judaism. I did not know that Islam was, a religion. I thought it was just a way of life. Okay. I thought everybody in the world was a Muslim. I didn't have a frame of reference. But anyway, one day I find out about something called the Bible. I also find out that my mom is, something more than just a Saudi. She's not a Saudi. Okay. Which her accent should have given it away, but I just never really put two and two together. And so one day, I have a what do you call it? My mom takes us to the church in her country, and she has us baptized the same day. And my eyes are opened as soon as they immerse me into the water. I come back up, and all I can see is the angels, celebrating. I can see, the heavenly realm basically celebrating, and they're happy that I'm baptized, and I thought everybody could see them, but that wasn't the case. And I saw that priests were celebrating, my grandparents were celebrating, my mother was celebrating, everybody, all my cousins, my uncles, my aunts, everyone who's like extended family through my mother, they were all celebrating. And I thought they were celebrating with each other, both worlds. But anyway, long story short, soon after that, we returned back to Saudi Arabia. And in Saudi Arabia, I have a, vision, semi-dream kind of thing, where I see Jesus for the first time. Now, I didn't know about Jesus.
Did you say you had a dream then, or did you say you seen him?
Yeah, so it was a dream or vision kind of thing, because it happened just like that. Okay? And I spoke to him, he spoke to me, and he held my right hand, and he taught me the Bible, and we laughed, we joked, he hugged me, kissed me, told me he loved me. And also, while I was on my way to heaven, my very curious mind decided to take a look into hell. So I went, I checked, I saw hell with both my eyes, and I never want to go there, ever.
Fair enough. Like I said, I was just asking. I just wondered. So, when you was baptized, what age was that, Rita? If you don't mind me asking.
I was 5 years old.
5 years old. So your mum did that without your dad knowing, didn't she?
Yeah, she took us. She took us there. For a vacation, but she had us baptized the minute we landed on the ground.
Yeah.
She took us directly to the church. She had it all, prepared, and they baptized us right there and then. It was an early Saturday morning.
So Rita, are you in the USA? I
cannot tell you. I cannot tell you where I am.
You can't tell me. Fair enough.
No.
I was just asking because obviously when you asked me about where am I from, you went a UK person.
No. I just wanted to know like your background. I didn't know that you were going to tell me everything about you. So.
No, that's why I was asking just certain things. That was all. We weren't trying to.
I cannot tell you where I am exactly. Okay. So.
Yeah, I understand that. Fair enough.
Okay. All right. So yeah, that was it. But I had many, many other visions and dreams about Jesus Christ, about the saints, about Mother Mary, about the angels, about Archangel Michael specifically. I have had all those types of supernatural occurrences in my life, and that is what shapes my first understanding of Christianity. And
so what I was going to say on that, Rita, so now that you found Christianity, I'm surmising, I could be wrong, are you not with a Pakistani person now? Or are you with a Pakistani person that's the same belief as you or whatever?
I'm Saudi Arabian.
You don't need to ask.
I'm Saudi Arabian.
Saudi Arabian. So are you... This it's kind of hard.
Why would you assume that I'm with a Pakistani man?
I just assumed. I'm sorry. That's my bad.
No, I've never been with a man. No. Okay, the question is so strange to me. No, I've never been with a man, and I'm not certainly with a Pakistani man. No.
Right. That's what I was asking. I'm sorry about that. If it was too much, diving in too much, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
You're the miracle of this century, Rita, because it's barely you find in Saudi Arabia Christian and have all of this faith. I'm proud of you. That's
you.
why, he's kind of shocked because, you came out of the blind sheeps, you came out
but Jesus taught me. I didn't teach myself, Dolly.
Yeah, he picked you, he picked you out of all of that. He showed you the truth in early age. You're lucky, You're lucky, and I'm really
I disobeyed
proud of
him
you.
for 2 decades, so don't don't praise me too much.
Rita, I'm going to be going now. I just wanted to say thank you very, very much for educating me and learning me stuff.
Thank you,
It is much
Lumber. You're
appreciated.
welcome here anytime. You have a seat here on my panel anytime you want to come back. Okay?
Thank you, Rita.
Thank you so much. God bless
Bye,
you,
everybody.
and God bless your family. Merry Christmas to you, by
Bye,
the way.
nice to
Bye.
meet you.
Oh, we're almost there. See you later.
Yeah, it's
Bye.
Christmas already. What do you mean? We're going to be celebrating 2 months of Christmas. The first Christmas is with the Catholic Church right now in December, and the second Christmas is in January. So I have 2 months of Christmas, and I'm going to take every single opportunity to celebrate my
But my
God.
Wally, it's noticing it more than anything.
I love Christmas. I love Christmas.
See you later, everybody.
All right. Bye. God bless you. God bless your family. Bye.
Rita, it's so sad what happened to Saudi Arabia after Muhammad came. It used to have all types of religion, including Jewish and all types of, and then he just unalived them and attacked them and made them Muslims by force.
Yeah, I know.
It's so sad.
But you know what? It's changing now. So what happened back then has no bearing on what's happening right now. Greg Waterston, thank you very much. Merry Christmas to you. And you have a nice one too. Isn't it just amazing?
Rita, I wanted to ask you something if you don't
Oh
mind.
my God.
When you were back home, did they tell you that Injil is Muharraf and something like that? How were able to tell that was not true, and then you realize that you have to read it yourself and make a judgment? Because that's the issue that most of the M's have issue with, you know?
Okay, so for me, even if they said that, I already knew about the Bible long before I read it. So in my vision, in my dream, Jesus Christ was already teaching me the Bible. So it's almost like I'm just remembering what he taught me. So when I hear the M's talking, I know categorically that they're lying. So I go and check, and it's true. They are lying. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And what I do for the M's is that I read it for them. You understand? I read it
Mm-hmm.
for them. And when I read it for them, it's like they're shocked. They're like, what do you mean? This is what's there? And one guy
Mm-hmm.
literally started crying.
Wow.
Yeah. This is about 2 or 3 weeks ago. He started crying. And just this last week, I had a panel of 8 people. Okay. And 2 people joined in the end. So in total 10. 3 of them left Islam.
Bravo, Rita. Bravo.
Can you imagine? And then the rest of them
Mm-hmm.
said they're going to have to consider what's going to happen in their lives. They need to check. They need to understand, blah, blah, blah. And 2 of them have contacted me, but they said
Mm-hmm.
they need to wait until the weekend so that they could basically discuss it properly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the light of hope. When we see like more like Rita's, you know, more copies of Rita. That's the light of hope.
Yeah.
You know, as soon as you leave this religion, and it's not even religion. It's just a human made for sake
It's a
purpose,
cult.
personal purpose. Yeah. So as soon as you leave it, believe me, like you feel like you're free. You're free. You enjoy like freedom, like within your soul, like because like we discussed last night, it has that one has no mercy, no peace, nothing.
Yeah.
So I don't know why people
Hi,
are stick
Block.
to it.
Let's see, Edward Block.
Hi,
Edward Block.
how are you?
Hi.
Yes,
We're
yes.
good, thank you. Do I have your name right? Edward Block? I can't read
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, it is
Okay,
Edward
cool.
Bloch.
Cool. So, what's your contribution to the conversation, sir? Who are you? Where are you from? What do you believe? Are you Christian, Muslim, Gnostic, Agnostic, Hindu, Buddhist? What are you?
Uh, I am basically an atheist.
Ah, okay. Did you become an atheist, or what were you before?
I was Sunni Muslim before
Ah, okay. So why did you become an atheist, sir?
because I didn't accept the faith of Islam because I didn't find it logical.
Okay, what didn't you find logical? But please use, different words. Don't use, for example, for the people, say M's, okay?
Okay.
All right, okay. Continue.
Basically, I believe in agnosticism, that there is a God but without any religion.
I see. Okay, so then you are an agnostic. You're not an atheist.
I am atheist, but I prefer agnosticism, but I don't have proof for God. So that's
No,
why I
you do,
choose.
you do, you have proof. You have proof for God.
What is it?
Everything in the universe, sir. Where did it come from?
It came from the Big Bang.
None of the Big Bang is from the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church said the name should be the Big Bang. Okay? So we the Christians made the terminology the Big Bang, not the atheist. So now you have to make it make sense, sir. If you believe what the Catholic Church teaches, Why then are you an atheist?
But the Big Bang was discovered by a non-religious scientist, right?
Sir, the scientists were all Catholic. They're Catholic Christians.
But it is a scientific fact, right?
It's how is it listen, yes, it's a scientific fact that God Almighty created the Big Bang that led to what we see today at the universe and where we live today. That's why it's logical.
But how did you know that God created the Big Bang?
Because do you have a house?
Yeah,
Who built the house?
human.
I see. So you saw a house and you knew immediately a human being built it?
Yeah.
I see.
But
Okay.
that-
So then the universe had a builder. The universe had an architect. The universe had an artist. The universe had a creator.
It doesn't have to.
It doesn't have to. Where did it come from?
It is basically some conditions and some material.
What are the conditions? How were the conditions met?
I don't know. I am not a scientist, but we can search about this.
I don't understand. What do you mean?
I mean, if we don't know the real origin of the universe, it doesn't mean that it have a builder or a god or something like that. Because if we don't know if we don't know anything, doesn't mean it have to be like what we think. Do you get it?
You didn't answer the question at all.
Yeah, because it is not a logical question.
No, it is a logical question. You have to show how the conditions were met. What conditions were they? And how were the conditions met? You're acting as if you know what the conditions were. So tell me what the conditions were and how were they met?
I'm not acting like this, but what I am basically saying is that we don't know exactly how the universe was formed. So we cannot say for sure that there is a God who built the universe.
Ah, I see. So it just happened, and you find a house. You just walk into it, and then you wonder: is there somebody who built it? Now, just wait a second. You came into a house, and then you looked at the house, and you said, "I don't know. I like this house. I'm going to stay in it." But I don't know who built it. I know there's something happened. The conditions were met that this house was put together. I just don't know if there was a builder to it. That's what you're saying.
Why must be a house? Why not a mountain?
Because listen to me. I'm giving you an example. The mountain is not separate from the world. Okay? So the world that we live in, is called an earth. It's not just a mountain. You and I don't live on a mountain. We live on the earth. Okay?
Okay.
So then, if we live on this earth, that means we have to consider everything within this earth. We have to consider the oceans. We have to consider the mountains. Then we have to consider the earth. We have to consider the rivers. We have to consider every single aspect. We have to consider the sun, the moon, the stars, the sky. Do you understand? And then we have to consider the inhabitants. Where did all of this stuff, this beauty, where did it come from? This organization, where did it come from? The perfection of the universe, where did it come from? The perfection of the human body. For example, you can look at your body and you'd see that you are a perfect specimen. You have perfect hands, you have a perfect face. It's not identical to anyone else's. You're individual, you're unique. And yet you have a mind to think, to function. That means you have intelligence. That means if you can create something, that means there is another being who is much more stronger, much more wiser, much more intelligent than you that has created all of this. If you can create a house, he certainly can create the universe.
I understand you very well, but also what I am basically saying is that the right answer must be that we don't know. We cannot just say
No.
that
I know because I saw my God.
How did you see him?
See, unlike you, I don't say God, you don't exist.
How did you see him?
Unlike you, see, there's a thing, okay? I can understand where you want to philosophize, no problem, okay? You're saying God does not exist. He might exist, but I believe that he doesn't exist. That's what you're saying. You're saying if you are already denying the Almighty, he doesn't have to show himself to you. You're already rejecting him. So if you reject God, you leaving Islam is good, okay? I don't mind. Hello.
Yeah.
عرفت شلون؟
Right.
You left Islam, that's good. Okay, no problem. We don't have a problem with there. But the fact that you go out of your way not only to leave Islam, but also to reject God outright, that is unacceptable. God exists.
Excuse me, Ms. Rita. Actually, there are many atheists, and they are still in the circle of the Ummah, Islamic Ummah. So it is not always about rejecting God or rejecting. It is about how to be outside the Ummah. That's what I care for. For me, that's
okay. No. Well, I know that you're different in the way that you describe it. Okay, because you have a philosophy of your own. Correct?
Yeah, but Ms. Rita, actually, many you can see that, especially an atheist lives, and they are still they are inside the Ummah, and they are still
I know that. I know.
supporting Islamic goals.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So those people I know, but I'm talking about him and you right now. Edward Block is saying that he is agnostic more than he's atheist. Okay, but he's also saying that it's not logical to believe in God. How is the supernatural?
We can philosophize the existence of God. So, for example, Edward, if we say that energy can't be created nor destroyed, so that means the energy is eternal. Okay, so, and the energy, as you know, after the Big Bang, because of cooling, the energy converted into matter. Yeah? So let's look at the atom of, the energy that caused all this universe. Can there possibility of this energy emanated from God himself, since God is eternal, and this universe, let's say it is also eternal. It can be emanation from God? Yes, it can. So it depends.
That's exactly how I was trying to describe it for him, because it has to start somewhere. You can't just look at everything and say, oh, everything came from nowhere. But then he also said he believes in the Big Bang. But the Big Bang is only the creation. The very terminology, the Big Bang, comes from the Catholic Church. The scientists of the Catholic Church are the ones who actually termed and coined the term the Big Bang.
Yes, he was a Jesuit, George Lemaire, I guess his name.
Right.
He was a Jesuit.
Right. So if that's the case, and we can see that the atom is in fact something that cannot be destroyed, right? Edward, you there?
Yeah. If energy cannot be destroyed.
So the atom, okay, so we call it energy right now, but at the very, very tiniest, minutest form, we've got the atom. Can the atom be destroyed?
Oh, no.
Hello?
No. I said no.
Exactly. So the atom cannot be destroyed. Where do you think it comes from? If it cannot be destroyed, that means it is not created. It is not a created thing. It doesn't have a start. It doesn't have an end. It is constant and consistent. It doesn't change. It does not get destroyed. It can, the matter can decay, certainly, but the atom that makes up the matter does not decay. It does not die. It does not end. Do you understand?
This basically means that the energy cannot be created and cannot be destroyed.
Okay, thank you. Beautiful.
Energy has no start.
Okay, fine, exactly. So then See, you asked for science, and that's what science is. Science is agreeing with the Judeo-Christian terminology of the Big Bang. Okay? Science is agreeing that God is eternal. He does not have a beginning. He does not have an end. The atom, it does not have a beginning and it does not have an end. Everything that was created came out of that atom.
Yeah, but if energy cannot be created, that means energy doesn't need God to create it.
No. That means the energy is God. Do you not understand? The energy is God because it is not created.
Oh, I see. Then we are agree. Because
So then you agree with me that God is eternal. He exists.
Eternal energy, yes.
He exists. You have to say that he exists because God now has proven to you scientifically. No. Now we have proven to you that scientifically God exists.
Exists as eternal energy.
He is eternal energy. Listen to me very carefully, Edward. Okay? God is eternal energy. Okay? We're talking scientifically right now. He is eternal energy. He has no beginning and he has no end. He cannot be destroyed. The atom is him. And it makes up everything. It makes up the air that you breathe. It makes up the body that you have. It makes up your heart, your soul, every single part of you. It makes up your mind. It makes up every single part of you. Every aspect of your being is energy. It is created from that energy. Nothing was made that was made without him. Everything was made by him, through him, for him.
We have God energy inside us?
Yes, because you are created in God's image, in God's likeness. God created you so that you can have dominion on earth. God created you to resemble him, not in every way, but as close as possible. And you are to live for him. You are to live, to be connected to him. If you reject God's presence, Edward, what happens is effectively you have severed ties with God. You have cut your tie to God. You have taken a scissor and you have cut off that link to God. Do you understand? That thread. You shouldn't do that. If you reject God, he has every reason to not respond to you. Why should he prove anything to you? He's God after all. Everything that you see around you screams he's God. The sun rising, the sun setting before your very eyes, although it's stationary. That proves to you that God exists. The moon proves to you that he exists. The stars are screaming at you that he exists. And your claim that he doesn't exist doesn't hold water. Because where did everything come from? If you say the Big Bang, you're literally saying, oh, the big energy. The big energy is God. Do you understand?
I have a final question.
Yes.
Can you name for me a good Christian resources to study Christianity?
Yes, the Bible.
I mean, from which website? Best website or best?
Can I send you some? If you followed me, I'll follow you back right now. What I'll do is I'll send you some resources that you can look at. Okay, and I'll send you the audio Bible. And then I'll send you some other resources that you can actually watch, okay, and understand. Try very, very hard. And then also contact me on Discord, okay? I do all my communications with every single person on the planet, basically, on Discord. So download Discord and call me there, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome, Edward. God bless you. Thank you for coming on my panel.
Yeah, I'll go out. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Please do add me and make sure that you don't forget to send me a message so that you can open the line of communication. Just send me the word hi, okay? So I don't forget.
Rita, not only that, you know, the one who discovered the cell was a monk in a church.
Thank
So
you,
he
Edward.
found out
Just
through
send
the
hi.
fork. through
Just the
the
word hi.
cork.
Yeah.
Yeah, through the cork. He put it under a microscope, and back then it was like, the microscope looks different than
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
And he found those little boxes and called them cells. And that was the first time ever the cells were discovered. And because basically the cork is made up of plants, so he figured out it's a living thing,
Yeah,
So
that's
he
true.
was a monk in a church.
Yeah.
Hmm. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That, you know what that shows you? Like, you will never see a sheikh find such discoveries, but you will see the monks that believe in the real Lord, the real God. They do such a great discoveries.
Mm.
I don't blame those people that were Muslims and then they became atheists, because they don't know the God over there
Oh, actually,
is mushawwah. It's like has those defects. Is full. He's not fair. He's scary. Character. Called himself Allah. You know, it's just against, what I'm saying? Like, I don't blame them how they have wrong idea, but then when they read the Bible, they see the miracles that he did.
yeah.
It's enough, it's enough. You know where life came from
Mm.
through the miracles that he's done.
Mm. That's true. Mr. 187, why are you flirting with the women? Alex Kai, what do you mean? Not a good time, will soon. Okay, no problem. Do follow me, and I would really like to discuss with you about Hinduism and why Christianity is in fact the one and only true religion. Right, guys, there are 52 people still. You must find this live very interesting for some reason. We are at 78.9k likes, guys. You've been amazing. Thank you so very much. I would really appreciate it if you guys would continue liking so that you can get me to the 100k mark. Okay, we're at 80k right now. It'd be very, very nice of you to bring me to a solid 100. Appreciate you. I don't mute anyone unless you've been wicked. I wonder. Let's see what you have. Hey, Alex Sky, if you stand with Israel, why are you running away? I don't get these types of people. He already said, oh, before you mute me. Come up, Alex Kai. Thank you. I'm trying to make it as entertaining as possible. Let me make it a bit louder.
Rita,
Yeah.
I gotta ask you a question. So today I entered the house and I forgot to greet myself. Allah, Allah,
لا
Allah is
تسلمين
mad
على
at
نفسك
me right
شلون
now.
يعني مو حرام so funny
Because he said as an M, as soon as you enter your house, you have to greet yourself,
yes
according to Prophet Muhammad.
Islam teaches proper manners يعني لازم تسلمين على نفسك you know you have to
No, and you remember how it says it in Arabic? وإذا دخلتم
لا.
بيوتكم اقرأوا على نفسكم السلام. Read
Read,
hello to
read.
yourself. Yo, imagine I do it and somebody there, they're gonna think I'm crazy.
That's hilarious. That's super funny والله من جد. هذا كان مجنون ولا وشو؟
Yup.
Hello, how is me? I am very good, thank
Yes.
you. How is you? I'm good.
Yes,
I just
we is
don't know
good.
how it works, man.
Yes, good, yes, good.
Mushroom, you are my
السلام
nafsi,
عليك
okay?
يا رولا يا ريت يا يا
Ruby.
رورو يا ريري يا روبي روبي.
I don't know, like he has such a silly statement that don't make any sense. It just make you look dumb and stupid and
Dolly, Tara, by the
crazy.
way, because I know two rubies in my life, you have made it very difficult. And I know another one within RU, so now I'm making mistakes, yani. I can't call your name. So I'm used to Dolly, now I'm, I'm messing up, yani, you know?
If you like me more as a dolly, I'll come back to you always as a
No, no, no.
dolly.
I like you either way, and it doesn't matter. Whatever is comfortable for you.
فديتك وبالقلب خليتك.
يا هلا والله. I love this girl. You're so much
I
fun.
love you more. I love
I
you
love
more,
you,
Rita.
babes. You're awesome. Damn.
I hope one of the M's comes up and explain to us why they are still in the M group. Please, guys, guys, girls.
I'm gonna change. Oh, nice jazz with a different background.
Rita, do you have a way how I could convince my mom, since she's M, like not to believe in Hasad and Ain, because you know she's making me sick of it.
You
She's
can't change her mind.
literally
She
she
has to
tells
leave
me like,
Islam.
yo, she telling me that every time I have to leave the house, I have to read المعوذتين قل أعوذ برب الناس قل أعوذ برب الفلق like 10 times. She said, so when you are out, no one hasad you. So what? Like,
In America, that's not possible, really. Who's going to do that
yeah.
in Islam?
And then
Everybody cares
like
only about
if
themselves. ترى في ناس يحسدون أنفسهم عرفتي؟
yeah, you know, like someone smashed the window of my car and she was like, yeah, because of the hazard, because of the, you have to crack egg on your car. What the heck? How I'm gonna crack an egg on my brand new car? It's gonna just
Wow.
mess it up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
It's
crazy.
just like this. The M makes someone's brain is full of rubbish.